What's amazing is that our RAS, this is some pretty deep shit, okay? Reticular activation system and our ability to rationalize our behavior is so pervasive and so powerful that our brains will rationalize almost anything that it thinks is in its best interest. So if a person gets to a point where they have become addicted to the laziness, what typically is going to happen is their reticular activation system is going to activate in such a way where they're going to justify the laziness. And what's really fucking psycho about this, and super fucking scary, this is scary shit to me, because I've seen this happen to friends of mine, is that they rationalize the laziness with a set of lies to themselves, or like half-truths. But then remember that any time that you lie to yourself, what happens as you build further beliefs on that foundation? More lies, more lies, more lies, more lies, and it becomes a web. The biggest thing that scares me about being lazy is that motherfuckers go crazy. So again, once the person has got addicted to that emotion of laziness, the emotion has entered into their body and it wants to self-perpetuate. Do you guys understand that emotions are addictive? So like a pain body is an example of an addictive emotion. So once that person gets in that emotion that they want to sustain it, they desperately want to sustain it, they will typically not come out of it. And actually, they become lost. They're lost now. Because what happens is that they fall too far off the path. And so there's been too much rationalization, too much lying to themselves about why they're doing it, that the only way, oh, and by the way, and this is further sustaining that addiction to the lazy emotions, the only way that they can come back is if they're forced out of it. Something forces them out of it, where it's just too painful to preserve the laziness and to preserve the lies that they would have to come out of it. And so you know what's cool about hard work? It brings you back to reality again and again and again and again. Because when you take on projects and you have a purpose and you have passion about it, what happens is that you have these little lies and bullshits about how the world should be that you tell yourself, and then it doesn't work out and you're confronted with reality. When you're actually trying to do shit, you're continually confronted with reality. You're out of this white ivory tower bullshit mind state and you're brought back to reality. I have always believed that success is a challenge to attain and it is fleeting once you have attained it. Success is challenging to get, fleeting once you've attained it. I think you should never take it for granted. Never should you take success for granted. Mediocrity is the norm. I really, really believe that. And I think that success is something that is earned and re-earned. I think that in life, you're climbing up that mountain and you want to take breaks strategically, but people think that you can climb up a mountain and just kind of stay there. Not really. I view it like it's like a muddy mountain. You climb up and you stay there, you start to slide down. So when you take action, you're forced to see how reality is. It's very hard for me to tell rationalizations and lies to myself. Why do you guys think it's hard for me to tell rationalizations and lie to myself relative to most people? What happens to me when I do it? You can't go all further and further into your head. So like a lazy person has the ability, they're given the luxury of creating lies upon lies upon lies upon lies in their head, and then they lose their way. Whereas a person who's not lazy is continually being brought back to reality again and again. And by being continually brought back to reality again and again, they're more clear thinking. They're clear thinking individuals. They're humbled by reality. So what's interesting, what I've noticed in people that are really successful is there's people that get it fast and there's people that get it slow. People that get success fast typically are very arrogant about it and they think that they could repeat that success again and again. People who gain success slowly are very confident. Like, do you guys feel like I'm pretty confident in my ability to gain success? Yeah, I'm like massively confident. Like confidence to the point some people would think it's arrogance. It's not. My confidence in my ability to gain success is based on years of hustle and just watching myself slowly improve.